Okay. I was saying that we know the value of time, and all the time, of course, we come in our class here. We need to go on, and of course, we proceed with the lectures because we came here to acquire skills. We came here to acquire knowledge. That knowledge we transform it into wealth when, of course, we apply it in our business. So allow me to welcome our senior lecturer to give us a lecture for today. Thank you. Lecturer, welcome.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much indeed. There are 5 people already in the room and the 6th person is coming to join us soon. That is wonderful. So with this, at least we have the nucleus for starting our program of the meeting this evening. In our country, it is evening, I think also in your country, and in most of African countries, we are in the evening hours. But of course, for those ones who are in the United States of America, this is still an early moment of the day, very early moment of the day. So for them, they have just begun their new day, and they are still reporting for work. But here in Uganda, we are already finishing. In fact, I'm just to close my office. Some 17 minutes ago is when I was to close my office. So we welcome you all for the evening session that we are to enjoy. In the morning, for those who were available, we indicated that whenever we are handling our crypto journey, we normally have the advantage that we are situated in a place where information has got to get you. Like one time I pointed out that when my father, now the late, was still alive, he knew that if he has to construct his house and if he has to put up a home, it should be near where there are resources. He would try to put his house or his home in a place where there is near water, there is near school, there is a nearby hospital, things like that, so that you gain the most from what is available in your country. Every country has its own resources. The roads, yes. The schools, yes. The water supply, yes. Electricity, maybe. All these are resources that you have got to gain. But if you don't put your house or home in the correct place, people will always be hearing from you complaining there is no water, there is no water, there is no health service, but it is just because you have chosen a wrong location. So for me, because of the prominent location I have chosen, I have loved to be among people who discuss cryptocurrency. I have several groups of WhatsApp that I subscribe to. There is this one here that I could probably try to explain, that I could probably try to talk about. There is this very one there. Of course, there is the one ecosystem, there is whatnot, and so on and so forth. But there is this other one. Let me see. There is this other one. They provide quite some good information available for the people. And for those of us who love to subscribe to such kind of WhatsApp groups and so on and so forth, we have got information that comes our way. There was a time when we showed you that there are going to be dates, important dates on this forum. And we showed you that there are dates in the month of March that are very important. And then one of the dates is today, 22nd. So even here, I don't know why. I don't know why it is not opening very well, but anyway, it has now opened. It has now opened. And you can see that they are talking of the activities we are supposed to be expecting today. that there is going to be volatility today. They talk of 25 points, they talk of 30 US dollars for Bitcoin. I don't know why my machine is not behaving well. I don't know whether it is just that the screen is dirty or what. Let's try to clean the screen a little bit so that I can see if there is going to be improvement. The screen of my gadget is not responding well. Let me see. Probably it is going to improve. Let me try to see if there is any improvement. Maybe there is some problem or some water has dripped on the surface. Yes, so here we are. They tell me many things like the FOMC meeting, that there is MCO meeting and it is today, the FOMC. In the morning, we try to explain to the people who were available. F is federal, O is open, or OM is open market. So Federal Open Market Committee meeting is being held today in the United States of America. It is going to be held today. Federal Open Market Committee meeting is going to take place this evening. Sorry, to us it is evening, to them it is day. And it is as if they are going to conclude and give their announcement at 7 p.m. according to the time of Nigeria. So 7 p.m. at the time of Nigeria, to us here in Uganda, that will be 9 o'clock at night. To you in Rwanda, it will be 8 o'clock at night. So 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock for you people in Rwanda, around 9 o'clock for us people here in Uganda, and of course 7 p.m. for those who are in Western Africa. In, like, for example, in Nigeria, they are going to release their results of the meeting and they are going to decide. All that they are meeting to discuss is to see whether to increase the lending rate, the interest rate, or to decrease the lending rate, the interest rates in the United States of America. And America is a very giant economy. It will have an impact. It will have an effect on the performance of the rest of the economies around the world. There are like 3 scenarios. In other words, there are 3 possible things they will announce. When we talk of scenarios, for those who may have difficulty with English, when we talk of scenarios, we are talking of possibilities of the choices they will come up with, possible choices they will pick and they come up with. One possible choice is they may announce tonight to us, but of course today with them, that they are going to increase interest rate by 50 points, by 50 basic points. 50 basic points or 50 BPS is actually to say that they will increase the interest rate by 0.50%, by 0.50%. If they will choose that, we will wait to see. Another scenario or another possibility is they may say that they are not going to increase by 50 or by 0.50. They are going to increase only a little by 0.25. That is the second possibility. The third possibility is they may say, we are not going to do anything. In other words, they are not going to add, there is no increase. They are not going to subtract, there is no decrease. So these are the possibilities. And then in the morning, we realize that when we explain these things or when we put these things, people will want to understand If it will be 0.50, they say, unfortunately, the market will drop. It will be a bear. So the market is going to drop. And even though right now, Bitcoin is selling for around 28,000, it may fall downwards to 25,000 only this evening when they make the announcement, if they will say they are going to increase the lending rate, the interest rate by 0.50, then it will be a bear and the market is going to go down, meaning that you should put your capital so that you will be able to buy the margin call, buy the margin call, buy the margin call, so that you benefit from the possible drop of price. Because when the price is dropping, you have got to benefit from the possible buying cheaply. That is likely to happen. What if it will be 50? If it will be 50 and they are guessing that very likely, sorry, 25 basic points. If it will be 0.25% or 25 basic points, and this is the most likely thing that they are likely to announce, if it will be at the 0.25 basic points, and it happens that is what is going to happen, then what they are saying is that there is going to be some uptrend. In other words, it will be clear that the market will be moving. The market will be moving, and it will be clearly moving upwards, although not very fast, but the market will start to move upwards. And we are guessing that the market is likely to move towards 30. It will move most likely to the next resistance point. The next resistance level for Bitcoin we are waiting to see is in the area of $30. So $30,000. So it is likely to move that way, except that it will move sideways. In other words, it is not completely up and very fast, but it is slow and yet it will be sure. So that is the second scenario we are to wait for. Then the third case is if there is absolutely no change. They have decided to do nothing. They have decided to live just like it was. They have not added 0.25. They have not added 0.50. They have simply left it without any addition. Then the market is going to fly very fast. It is going to fly. Probably it will go and pass 30. Maybe it will go to 31, perhaps even 32. A powerful jump will occur in the market. And so many of the people who bought coins, and they are currently with several margin calls that have not been sold, it might be possible for them to sell them all, depending on if they will announce that there is going to be no change. So these are the things that we are waiting for. Should it fall downwards, please try to prepare a bit of money, because you are going to benefit greatly if you allow your margin call to buy several margin calls. If you allow your robot to buy several margin calls, it should be that you have kept your money. In general, we normally think in terms of 10 USDT. When it has dropped to a certain point, 10 more. When it has dropped to a certain point, 10 more. So how far have you prepared yourself? 20 USDT, 30, 40, 50, or 100. That will serve your interest very, very well indeed. That will serve your interest very, very well indeed. Yes, we have, of course, come back to talk about basic things, because we normally see that there are a good number of our friends who are relatively new to this kind of business. Well, for those who are new, maybe we begin now to introduce to you the idea of how we speak and talk to the robot. Our robot is a robot that allows us to talk, and we have to speak to the robot in some specific way. How do we speak to the robot? We speak to the robot, and there are things that we have to tell to the robot. Remember, the basic idea of having a robot is to improve our efficiency. Okay? The robot basically is to improve our efficiency. Efficiency is something like that. I don't know why my pen is not very much okay today. My screen seems to be developing some problem. I hope it is not a serious problem. But anyway, you know, efficiency. When we are trading with the robot, we want to benefit from efficiency. But my thing is not writing well. I don't understand. Maybe there is some problem. But anyway, we are to improve efficiency. What do we mean by improving our efficiency? What we mean by improving efficiency is that we don't want so much waste. We don't want so much waste. That is why the robot goes up to 2 decimal places. It gives you opportunity to describe what you want up to 2 decimal places. If you are a trader and you are to do any trading, you will see that the robot goes very, very carefully to give you information up to 2 decimal places. Like you can see here, 2 decimal places, what you are spending to buy coins, they show up to 2 decimal places. Even where you are below in the market has gone down, they most likely will show you up to even 2 decimal places. Even the price of Bitcoin, is here. They are showing you up to 2 decimal places. The value of the drop in the market, they are showing you up to 2 decimal places. If this is something that you were to do by yourself, it wasn't going to be easy at all. It would be hard for you to do your calculation and to finish it up to 2 decimal places. So one of the things that we have got to benefit from when we are trading using the robot is that we want to benefit from efficiency. Efficiency means we are not going to waste our efforts. We are not going to waste any chance. Something efficient is something that is not wasting so much of our opportunity. Apart from efficiency, of course, we also want profitability. Maybe I talk about profitability a little bit more. These coins are Ethereum, and I hope my internet is going to be fast enough. Yes, this is Ethereum. In this Ethereum, they will show where I am at the moment. I have already bought 10 of the margin calls, and the current price of Ethereum is available here, 1,801, then 0.94 or 102.2, this and so on. The price, of course, is not constant. In the market, the price keeps changing, and the robot is following the price, following up to 2 decimal places. What did we say about that? We said that one is efficiency. You don't want to miss out on anything small, that one is efficiency. You don't want to ignore anything that you are dealing with. That one is efficiency. But then we also said that the robot provides for profitability. It wants to give you the best of profits. Now, let us come down here and we look at this. We have said up the other side that we have already seen the robot has bought like 10 packets ready for selling. The robot will sell if the price goes up. And how will the robot check? The robot is checking from this lower button here. There is this lower figure. The lower figure here. The robot is constantly checking that has the price gone up and has it gone above 1,812.57? Has it gone above that level? If it has gone above that level, then it means that the profit target I have set for my robot has reached. The profit target has reached. So if the profit target has reached, what next? This is very important question. The profit target we are aiming at is $1,812.57. $1,812.57. What is the price now in the market globally? The price now in the market globally is 1,801. It is still small. It has not yet reached that level. They will want the profit to pass this level first. It should pass the 1,812.57. Then I say the important question is, when it has passed this level, then what next? What next is that if the price is moving very fast, going up, what would you expect? The robot will not interrupt, because for any trader, if there is opportunity to sell at a higher price, that is an advantage for any trader. If there is opportunity to sell at a higher price, that is an advantage. And so the robot will not stop. The robot will hesitate. The robot will not go ahead to interrupt if the price is still moving in the upward direction. The robot will not interrupt. What will the robot do? The robot will only interrupt if all of a sudden the price is beginning to reverse. Maybe the price was going up and up and up, but if for some reason the price has begun coming downwards in the opposite direction, yes, if the price has started coming downwards in the opposite direction, yes, that is where the robot will act. So this is the thing. If the price was to go up to this point, and that is already the profit level we want, as long as the price is continuing above that level, the robot will allow. It will not interrupt. But if it has gone up to a certain level, yes, and maybe it has already gone up to this point, and then all of a sudden, the price is stopping. The price is no longer going upwards. The price has started reversing. That is the only time when the robot will interrupt and it will sell. What will be the result? The result is that the area of your profit will have moved even higher the area of your profit will move high. Only the area of your profit will be blocked if the price of the currency has started coming, reversing, moving downwards. That is the only moment when it will be interrupted. So this kind of gain of this distance is like a bonus for you. It is like an extra for you. Why? Because the robot is built apart from efficiency, which means not wasting accuracy. We have also said the profit or profitability is another target of the robot. Yes. Let me see. There is somebody who wants to talk to me here. Let me just give him audience for 1 minute. Then I will proceed from there. Let me see. Just 1 minute, please.
Yes, as he's of course giving audience to somebody, we can even be we cannot be quiet here. What I can add on is that this robot was invented to help traders in crypto market not to experience losses when the market is going down. They put strategies that when the market drops, you can buy in sequences, in margin calls. Margin calls mean the number of times you can keep buying when the market is going down, meaning that the capital you have, you don't use the whole of it. You reserve so that robot can buy for you from your money. Yes, I see.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, indeed. I think somebody may have to help me a little bit. We have received some visitors who have come to the universities, and then this is a time when most of our senior and colleagues have already left, but I still have to attend to the visitor all the same. Because it is rare when they come, and then we may not want to miss out on their visit. So I'm going to represent the part of the administration to receive them. Sorry.
Don't worry, sir. No problem.
Okay.
We can just go on, no problem. Now, all right. Senior lecturer was using the screen, of course, inside the robot, but I may go on using the screen on board so that we can make clarification of what he was explaining, of course, in a continuous way. The robot was designed that if you are in the market, of course, you enter in the market on this line. Possibilities of price to rise is number one, and the possibility of price to drop is number two. Meaning that when you enter here, you have your capital in the wallet of your exchange. That exchange you have connected to the robot, and for you, you are just here seated, instructing your robot what it can do for you in the exchange, of course, on the market. But market inside the exchange has two directions. Robot will be monitoring the uptrend and downtrend with two functions. One, it will sell the stock you have, and it will buy more stock when the price goes down. Now, what does this mean? It means that if you have your capital here in the exchange, of course, your capital is there. When you enter in the market, there is amount, we call it first buy-in amount. You will instruct robot to pick from your capital to buy. It will not use all money. it will use small to enter to test the market here. But robot doesn't know if market will go up or if it will go down. Only the reasons why you bought your robot, you hired it, is to monitor for you. When it rises, it will sell. When it comes down, it will buy stock. Now, let us assume that when you enter with a small amount, the market goes up. You have set a profit level, we call it profit ratio. When the market reaches to that profit ratio in form of percentage, robot will sell this, the quantity it bought with the small amount it picked from the first time it entered the market. It will sell it, but when it goes up, it will not sell automatically. This is where the lecturer has reached. It has given you the power or the opportunity of efficiency, as he said. It will allow the price to keep moving to go extra profit because you have set maybe 2% here, that when it reaches there, it can give you that profit. But when market keeps going, robot will not sell. It will give you the bonus so that it will sell when the market starts reversing beyond the profit line that you have set. That's when robot will sell, and we will learn terminologies we use inside the robot to explain this. When it goes up and when it starts reversing, the robot will accept it to lose small, and the rest, this area profit, robot will give it to you, meaning that it is a bonus compared to the profit you have requested robot to sell to normally. If it is 2%, it has gone beyond 2%, meaning you are in a floating profit. When it has reached the 3%, maybe when it starts reversing, it will lose 0.1. It sells, of course, 2.9, and it gives you the profit, 2.9. And this 0.9 above 2% will be a bonus that will be getting because of this artificial intelligence in the trading they created with this. That's uptrend line, how robot works to sell. Meaning that if you have $100 in your spot wallet and you pick the $15 to test, you remain with capital. That reserve of capital will be used when the price keep dropping so that robot can keep buying for you using the profit ratio of $15. And now when it drops 1%, for example, it depends on the where you want to buy from, because maybe myself, I can say when it drops 1%, buy for me. Then senior lecturer says, for me, I will buy when it drops 2% because it is when I will gain more stock because it will be more cheaper. And now when it keeps dropping, it will use the other reserve money that was remaining when it picked 15, and it will keep buying and it buy more store. It keeps it here. When the market reverses turning up, the margin calls will be sold accordingly, and you get back the capital 15. If you have used the 15, 15, 15, it will bring back 15 plus the profit ratio you have set. If it is 2%, it will bring back $15 plus the 15% profit in your wallet that you can withdraw. So now, in other words, it means that this robot was invented with high tech of artificial intelligence and trading, like the way you are trading in the shop. But here it is automated market that will always, of course, be driving itself, even if you are sleeping, even if your battery is low, even if your phone was stolen and you have given instruction to the robot. Robot will keep trading until you buy another phone. You install of course, the application, you log in with, you put your email, you log in, the blockchain will bring a verification code to your email, and you will just put it verification code to prove that you are the one, the phone has been stolen. And when you enter in your room, because you have the secret keys and everything, you will see the profit there, because robot doesn't trade because of your internet. It is trading there in the blockchain. Either your gadget has internet or not. Either your phone has fallen into water and you took it, of course, to the mechanics, to, of course, to this, to repairers to repair it. Whenever it will be repaired, you will get the profit. Robot will continue working. Even if phone is stolen and you go to internet cafe, because we have the web version, you will see the profit that is going on in the internet cafe. So now there is no worry at all that people can lose money. Only what we need to develop as traders, as professional traders, number one is discipline. 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 Number two, patience. Why do I talk about patience? Market may go down, may keep dropping, and the reserve money you have, it keeps going down. It keeps going down, and it is buying and buying and buying. And when it reaches to the level of finishing money in your reserve, it continues going down. What will happen? It means you will have stock, which is equivalent to the money you have, but market keeps going on. This time, what you need is to look for more capital to add so that you can keep benefiting to buy more stock deeper. So where do I mean patience? When the money is finished and you don't have any other source of money, market will continue going, robot will stop and watch, because it cannot sell at loss this stock. It will wait market to reverse. This time you are patient. So by this time, if you don't have money, that's the importance of building a team, because if there are some other new people who are joining, Royal Q is appreciating you with the bonuses. The bonuses you get, you add it here to add margin calls so that you can keep buying in the deep, because for us, we benefit from buying when the market is down. And when market goes high, the other stock we have bought is sold away. It brings back capital plus the profit that we have been in need of. So I believe that when you go on learning, you can understand more. Lecturer is back, but I don't know if the ones who have been paying attention to are still in the place. Lecturer, are you there? Maybe he has left his gadget open, of course, in the room. Now, what do we mean here? When we talk about this, what do we mean here? We mean that for you to position yourself to be in the market, you need to be equipped with that understanding of setting strategies in the system. Because when you have already understood that the market has two directions, three, by the way, we have uptrend, we have downtrend, and we have sideway. There is a time cryptocurrency keep rotating, moving this way, and it is not going up, it is not going down, and it is moving sideway. We call it sideway. But normally, we know that there is up and down. The importance of using Royal Q is to benefit in both directions. In downward trend, we benefit to manage our capital. We call it capital management. We don't use all money at the same time. We allow robot to keep picking money depending on percentage drop, and when it picks, it stocks. It keeps stocking. The first time when it picks, it drops, it picks small, because it's using $10, it picks small, because price is a little bit higher. When it drops, when the price drops, it means that the same $10 will buy more quantity compared to the first, because it is cheaper. When it drops again, it will buy more quantity compared to the previous one. When it keeps dropping, it will buy more. So when you add all stock, it means that when it is sold away, when market is back, you will benefit to get the profit, because you have sold the bigger quantity that you have purchased when the price was dropping. So interchangeably, even if I have drawn the line to show uptrend and downtrend, but the market moves in this kind of way, up and down, up and down, up and down. So the way it reaches percentage rise, it sells off. When it reaches percentage drop, it purchases. Continuously, it happens like that until Lobot closes position when it has sold all the quantities and you make the profit you were expecting to get. So now this is very important, and I think we can keep it here for today because I can see even my battery is very low. Anytime it can go off, and the lecturer, of course, is as he said, he's of course representing the leadership of university where he is. Now, what I can say is, I believe that you are getting the general overview because we are still at the beginning. We are still at the beginning of learning. And now, as I told you, we started from long time ago learning, and we just acquired the skills from the lecturer. And of course, in time, one of us is off, we make sure that we have another who can take over and goes on with the lecture, and everything can be all right. So now I kindly thank you all, of course, for your kind attention. And I believe that when we go a little bit ahead in deeper concept, I think you will like it more because you will not only learning it theoretically, but you'll be applying it, and you see how robot is trading for you and letting profit. This time you will be understanding more what we are talking about and how this can help you. Allow me, of course, to welcome some of you, of course, who have not started trading yet, but they are going with, of course, lecture, and I believe you are still learning, you are still, of course, gaining more. Mr. Francis, how are you? Mr. Francis, can you get me?
Yes. I can get you.
How are you?
I am all right, thank you, sir. I'm here in Mbarara in Uganda. I started with you, but we are sorry we lost the lecturer because he went for duty, late evening duty, but the trend of knowledge sharing is certainly exciting. Everything for me is new, so everything is very exciting. I'm learning things first time, and I can't learn enough. But of course, theory is very thrilling, but I will wait for practice. Practice is where I think is where the sweetness lies. So I'm looking forward to touching the buttons at some point. So thank you very much for this session.
All right, pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much. We can see Hope is just here. And Moalosi, I appreciate Moalosi. He's, of course, trying his best to be with us, even if maybe sometimes he's interrupted by work and other responsibilities, but good enough. He takes some time to be with us. I always appreciate him. And I believe that he's benefiting. Moalosi, how are you? Moalosi, can you hear me? Maybe he has some difficulties. So let's keep it here because I see my battery is also going, is about to go off. I, of course, appreciate your kind attention and your contribution. Of course, as usual, we put the recording, of course, on. When the lecture is over, when we end this session, immediately, I will just put it on the platform. And of course, we put all lectures in the chronological order in series, so that when you want to start from the first lesson up to where we are, you can just be able to get everything. Thank you so much. May God bless you all. We are meeting again at 7 p.m. 2 hours ahead.